Hello everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to layer vinyl. I'm going to be doing this on the acrylic keyrings that you can purchase. I buy mine from Amazon and I'll pop a link in the description of the ones that I buy. So to start with, I want to start with a circle and pop this on the canvas and make it the same size as the acrylics. Now obviously you can find out the size of the acrylics from the description where you purchase them, or you can measure these against scale on your Cricut mat. So I know that these are 1.5 by 1.5. So I just use this as a rough guide to find out what size I need my pictures and stuff for putting on the acrylic. So I want to do a Mother's Day keyring. So I'm going to go into images and the brushy image. There's quite a few of these, but these are very popular. So as it's a keyring and it's round, I'm going to go for the round one. So I'm going to insert this image. I'm then going to resize this to fit on what will be the keyring. So a bit smaller. I'd say that's about right. And then I'm going to have mum written over the top. So I'm going to type in mum. And I'm going to pick a font. I quite like this one. Is it Annie Lou? One of those. And then I'm going to sort the spacing up here. I'm going to set this to 0 just to see how that comes out, if it wants to work. And then move it a little bit more. And then what I want to do is select all those and weld. This will mean that the letters join up and make one solid cut rather than they're trying to cut around the flick of the U and also the M and it cross-cutting and making it messy. So again, we'll resize this to fit. So that's pretty good. So now what I want to do is just separate these out, get rid of the circle because I don't need that. You don't have to worry about attaching these because you'll want them in separately anyway. So if we hit make it, it will then show you where they're going to go on the mat. So it's come up that they put them on 2 separate mats. Sometimes it does this, I'm not 100% sure why, but it makes no difference because I'm going to be cutting them in separate colors and different vinyls anyway. So if we press continue, and I will load my mat.
So what I've done now is I've just cut off a small piece of vinyl in the shape that I need. It goes down to just past 1 and nearly up to 2. So I'm now going to load this into the machine and set this to vinyl. So now that's finished cutting, I'm going to remove the mat and then we will take this off for wheeling in a moment. I just use a light grip mat because it's just vinyl. And now we want to load our second colour that the brushy background is going to be. So load that up into the machine. So now that our vinyl's been cut, we can now get on and attach this to the acrylic. So this is everything you'll need. So you've got your acrylic, you've got your little joiner and your keyring itself. You've got your mum cutout, you've got your brushy background, you've got transfer tape and a wheeling tool. Again, I'll pop links for all of the items I use in the description. So you want to take the cover off of the acrylic. You then want to weed these out. So I find it's best to get started on the first letter. And then with these vinyls that I buy from Hexis Crafts, they're pretty good and you can usually just peel. You might have the occasional bit that you need to hold down as you do. So there's our mum. And then here is the brushy background. It's best to be delicate with this type of one because obviously you've got lots of little thin bits. So because we want this one behind mum, we will pop this one onto the acrylic first. So you want to take your transfer tape. I also forgot to add, you'll need your scraper tool to brush down and make sure that the vinyl sticks to the transfer tape. Basically just gets rid of any air bubbles and helps you transfer the vinyl from the backing onto the item you want the vinyl onto. So give that a good rub and then peel that back. So we want to centre this as best we can. So that's pretty good. So you want to pop that down and again get any air bubbles out. Now I find it best with the brushy background to pull the transfer tape down. If you pull it from side to side, it can try and peel off the really thin bits that are there. Whereas if you peel it downwards, it should avoid that. There we are. So there's our background of the brushy. And now we're going to transfer the mum onto it. So I use the same transfer tape. Again, saves waste and it works perfectly fine. So again, pull this off. You'll see that some bits didn't quite stick to the paper, but that's not a problem at all. So again, line this up. There we go. Put that on. And then peel the transfer tape. Oh, got our ring stuck to it. And there we have the layered vinyl onto your keyring. And it says Mum. So now we pop the actual keyring bit on. So another tool I use this, you can either use pliers or I actually use the reverse tweezers that come in the Cricut basic tool set. So we pop this little bit into there, it's a bit fiddly and delicate. And then we pop that through the bottom loop. And then we just want to pull these bits together. So I hold it either side and then use the tweezers to push together, and then I sort of add some more force behind it. Might take a few attempts, but you will get there in the end. And there we have it, your mum keyring with your layered vinyl. Thanks for watching this video, and if you've got any questions or if you'd like to see anything else in the next video, please do leave a comment. Please also click the bell button and subscribe if you haven't already. It'll then give you a notification when I upload my next video.